What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of my new career mode. This is episode number 32, and we start today's episode with Danilo coming to us and saying, will you give me a new contract as I've been working hard in training and so on and so forth, and we just said no for the time being, just because we've got no money right now, and we need to wait until we do get a bit more money, so we might think about it in January, February, March, but for the time being, he's still got 3 years left on his deal, so don't need to worry about that too much. But still, we take on Atletico Madrid for the first game of today's episode here, the first of 2 games in today's episode. And this is the final Champions League group stage game. As you saw the table right there, 1 point guarantees us a place in the knockout stages. A win obviously guarantees us a point in the knockout stage as well. If we lose though and Chelsea beat Austria Vienna, that means that we fail to qualify and get knocked out and finish in 3rd place and go into the Europa League. So in this game, the aim was simple: get a point. Get a point, and for goodness sake, do not throw away an early goal, which we almost did with Mandzukic's header going just over the bar. From the goal kick, after giving the ball away, Benassi wins it back and finds Quagliarella. He slides it through towards Immobile here, beats Toby Alderweireld, rises slide challenge, finesses the ball into the corner, and it is the perfect start. Just 5 minutes in, we have the opening goal of the game. 1 point will see us through, so a goalless draw would see us through, but we strike first in this game, and now Atletico Madrid must score twice to keep their Champions League hopes alive. Otherwise, if Chelsea beat Austria Vienna, which is they're at home, they're most likely going to do so, they will be heading out. So Torino 1, Atletico Madrid 0, a perfect start here. I thought we were going to fall behind after that header went just over the bar, but Immobile does open the scoring for us, slides it past Moya, puts the ball into the bottom corner, and makes it Torino 1, Atletico Madrid 0. So the perfect start to this game, and just a couple minutes later, a great chance to make it 2-0. Florenzi runs down the right-hand side, rides a slide challenge and keeps on going, decides to shoot from a tight angle, but Moya has a pretty comfortable save, and eventually it's hooked away. So still 1-0 to Torino. In the 13th minute, Atletico Madrid almost responded with Cavani finding Gabi as they work their way inside here. Cavani strikers well saved with the goalkeeper, and Juan Fran's header goes way over the crossbar and sort of just behind to Mandzukic, who puts it behind for a goal kick. So still 1-0. And in the 23rd minute, a great chance for us to double our lead here. Kamisa gets on the ball here, plays it through towards Immobile, our goal scorer, takes it around Arda Turan, gets past him, gets himself inside the area and shoots, but the shot drags just wide of the post and behind for a goal kick. And I thought Quagliarella could have tapped it in there. Maybe it was in an offside position, I'm not too sure. Even so, still 1-0. In the 28th minute, again, Atletico Madrid come in search of the equalising goal. Marquisio finds Mandzukic, who ends up hitting the post, and eventually Arda Turan crosses the ball in. It's flicked backwards towards Koke. Atletico Madrid keep the chance alive here, desperate to get themselves back on level terms early on as they win themselves a corner. So Mandzukic hitting the woodwork there, and we survive yet another scare. And from the corner, it's crossed in by Arda Turan into the centre, looking for Mandzukic. Bernie comes for it, misses it. Mandzukic wins the header, and Benassi instinctively heads the ball off the line, and as it falls to Juan Fran, his header takes the deflection of Quagliarella and goes behind for a corner. So cleared off the line there. Also, Atletico Madrid hit the post. They were really putting us under pressure, looking for that equalising goal. But in the 35th minute here, as Danilo goes down the right-hand side, he ends up whipping in across to the centre, looks for Kamisa, and his shot goes way over the bar and behind for a goal kick. So still 1-0, and both sides just, hammering at each other, looking for another goal in this game. But it was still just 1-0 to Torino. But in the 45th minute, Quagliarella goes down the right-hand side. Lovely piece of skill to beat Miranda. Cuts inside, drills it across, picks out Immobile, and Immobile gets his 2nd goal of the game and makes it Torino 2, Atletico Madrid 0. So Immobile with the goal there, but it was made by Quagliarella. Absolutely wonderful stuff from our experienced striker, who's retiring at the end of the year. Lovely little ball roll into a step over, rides a slide challenge, drills in across, and Immobile wins the shot in the area. He's got a free shot at goal. He actually scuffs it a little bit, and thankfully for us, Moya died a little bit early and could only deflect the ball into the back of his own net. So Immobile's 2nd goal of the game, and it's Torino 2, Atletico Madrid 0. As you can see, Chelsea were beating Austria Vienna, so as things stood, it was going to be Atletico Madrid who were going to be missing out. Not a real surprise. I couldn't see Austria Vienna with only 1 point in the group, all through the group so far, getting anything at Stamford Bridge. So it was still 1-0 there, and it was still 2-0 here going into the final 10 minutes. Atletico Madrid just didn't seem to be able to get the ball off us. I played possession football in the 2nd half, frustrated them, just passed the ball around, made it really, really, really frustrating for them, who were desperate to get themselves back in the game, needing to score 3 goals really, just couldn't get the ball off us, and we just worked the space and tired them out. And as Hong Chol off the bench goes down the left-hand side, he takes it around Juan Fran, reverse step over, cuts inside, a great chance here, drills in across, picks out Quagliarella, and he makes it Torino 3, Atletico Madrid 0. And what a lovely, lovely team goal it is. Quagliarella this season as well in the Champions League has come alive. That's now his 6th goal in the group stage so far. And, you know, seriously, right now he's looking like he's going in search of the golden boot in his final season for Torino. So final score was Torino 3, Atletico Madrid 0, because the final chance did fall here in the 85th minute as Darmian gets on the ball and finds Danilo down the right hand side. Fake shots around Juan Fran. It is a good chance to make it 4-0 as he cuts inside here, has Quagliarella in space, but instead goes himself, but Moya makes the save, and eventually it is hooked away as Danilo's follow-up shot is blocked. So final score, Torino 3, Atletico Madrid 0. A solid victory. We lost to the Vicente Calderon. We get revenge here, and the significance it is that the Spanish side of Atletico Madrid are knocked out. Torino go through with Chelsea. So absolutely delighted. Thought it was a really good win as well. Atletico Madrid, you know, didn't deserve to lose by 3-0. They actually played quite well, especially in the first half. It was just in the second half they ran out of steam, and it was almost like they sort of knew their Champions League hopes were over. You know, they must have seen the score at half time with Chelsea beating Austria Vienna. Must have known their hopes of going through were fading away, and in the second half they didn't really have any shots at all, to be honest. So that was the final group table. Torino top with 13, Chelsea second with 11, Atletico Madrid third and miss out on qualification, go through to the Europa League instead with 8, and Austria Vienna finished with the wooden spoon with just the single point. So delighted to get through to the knockout stages. That was my aim. I definitely felt like we could do it despite this being only our first season and getting drawn in a relatively tough group, but I definitely believe we could do it, and we did. So I'm delighted with the win, and that third goal as well was a lovely team goal to wrap up what was a superb team performance. So we take on Sampdoria for the second and final game of today's episode here at the Stadio Olimpico di Torino. This is a third versus second clash, so coming into this game absolutely desperate to get another win notched up, and of course that game against Atletico Madrid was massive. This one is really big as well, this time in the league, not in Europe. But the first chance does fall to us in the 3rd minute as Poloski comes forward here, but his shot is brilliantly saved by Sergio Romero, who turns it behind for a corner. So still goalless there, and a good stop by the Argentine goalkeeper. In the 10th minute there was a great chance for Sampdoria to open the scoring as Regini goes down the right hand side, gets inside the area to shoot, but he puts the shot wide of the post and into the side netting. So still Torino 0, Sampdoria 0, both sides having early chances in this game. And in the 21st minute, another great chance for us to take the lead. Nicola Muru swings an across, picks out Poloski, but his header hits the post, and eventually Sampdoria scramble the ball away. So still goalless in this game, and from that we get the ball back. Çalhanoğlu finds Gabbiadini, who goes for goal from just outside the area, but he curls the ball over the bar and behind for a goal kick. So still Torino 0, Sampdoria 0, but both sides having chances in the opening 30 minutes, but it was still goalless. Just before the 30th minute mark, though, we did win ourselves a free kick here, and Hakan Çalhanoğlu was standing over the ball. He's yet to score a free kick goal or a long range goal for us so far. Did come pretty close for a long range strike a couple episodes ago when he smacked the bar from like 45 yards, but he's standing over this free kick 37 yards out, and he does score his first free kick goal for us in a Torino shirt. So absolutely delighted with that. It's our second free kick scored this season, but here's a bit of Doc's trivia for you. Who scored the first? Who scored the first free kick this season for Torino? But this is the second one. Çalhanoğlu smashes the ball into the back of the net, finds the bottom corner. I think Sergio Romero might be a little bit disappointed to not keep it out, as he did get a glove on it, but as you can see on the 3rd replay, this one shows it the best. There is so much curve on this ball. It was a drilled free kick as well. Look at the curve on this shot. Absolutely insane from Çalhanoğlu, and Romero just couldn't get there on time to scramble the ball over the line. So goal for Torino, 1-0 in this game. Hakan Çalhanoğlu's first free kick goal for us. I haven't really, sort of come close to too many goals with Çalhanoğlu from free kicks, although he has taken quite a few for me so far. It's mainly because he's got so much curve, like he always sees to curve it when I'm going for the opposite corner towards where the goalkeeper's standing. So trying to get a little bit better at that, trying to adapt to how much curve he's actually got. Got it right that time. Torino 1, Sampdoria 0. And in the 36th minute, Çalhanoğlu turned provider for our second goal as he chips the ball through towards Nicola Muru, and our left back makes it Torino 2, Sampdoria 0. Do get questions every now and then from you guys in the comment section asking me why I start Muru ahead of Darmian or Hong Chol. It's because he's such a great fullback when going forward. He and Danilo are such monsters when going forward. Despite Muru's relatively low rating at just 71, he's really powerful when going forward. Picks up a lot of assists, gets his second goal of the Serie A this season as well, and he does make it Torino 2, Sampdoria 0. So 2 goals up in this game. In the 39th minute, Burnley had to make a good save there and keep it at 2-0, and in the 58th minute, Sampdoria come forward again here, Rokaka Chuka losing the ball, and eventually comes to Gabbiadini. Great chance on the break, slides it through towards Immobile, running clear. The Sampdoria defenders aren't going to catch up. He round Sergio Romero smashes the ball into the back of the net and makes it Torino 3, Sampdoria 0. So 3 goals up in this game. It was a big game against ATLETICO Madrid in the group stage. This is just as big in the league as well, as we try and get ourselves into second place, and that's a really nice finish by Immobile there. Sometimes I'll mess up the one-on-one by shooting too early. This time I just held my run, kept on going, thought I could beat Romero for pace, and did. And the Argentine has to pick the ball out of the back of his own net for the 3rd time in the game. So Torino 3, Sampdoria 0. Pulowski again going pretty close here, just past the hour mark. That header going just wide the post and behind for a goal kick. Poor Pulowski just hasn't been looking his usual self this season, but it was still 3-0. And in the 66th minute, Sampdoria were getting quite frustrated. We were just passing the ball around, just like we did against Atletico Madrid. We had ourselves the lead in this game. We didn't really need to worry about going all guns blazing, looking for more goals and trying to put the knife into the back, really. Just kept on passing the ball around, frustrating them, keeping hold of possession, trying to make sure we dominate that category. I've said before, that's what I like to do with some of my teams in career mode. And as Florenzi gets on the ball here, he slides it through towards Immobile. Immobile gets it back to Florenzi, and the number 11 takes it around Regini, keeps hold of the ball, looking for a runner. Eventually he plays it across the pitch towards Danilo, our right back. He takes it around Pedro Obiang with a fake shot, then turns the slide challenge, then a ball roll inside towards Florenzi, off to Baselli to Muru. Lovely little build up here. Muru plays it inside towards Çalhanoğlu, takes his time, rides Roberto Soriano's slide challenge and smashes the ball into the back of the net to make it Torino 4, Sampdoria 0. And just like our 3rd goal against Atletico Madrid, this 4th goal against Sampdoria was a really nice team goal. Lovely passing, nice bit of movement there, and as Çalhanoğlu gets on the ball, well, as he's inside the area, he's got a free shot goal. He's not going to miss the target, and 9 times out of 10 he's probably going to put the ball in the back of the net. So that's now his 8th goal in the Serie A this season. What a debut year he's having for us. I'm so glad I did decide to spend the big bucks on him, because he is looking worth every single penny we spent. So Torino 4, Sampdoria 0. In the 75th minute, a good chance for Sampdoria to get themselves a consolation goal. If nothing else, they cross the ball in, and Diego Valeri does indeed give Sampdoria nothing else in the consolation goal. They still needed to score another 3 goals to at least get a point in this game. Wasn't going to happen. I thought it might have taken a slight deflection there, but regardless, it was how the game would finish. Torino 4, Sampdoria 1. Another solid victory. Yes, of course, disappointed to lose the clean sheet, but even so, a really good win. And that man, Hakan Çalhanoğlu, played a fantastic game. 2 goals and an assist for our Turkish midfielder. What a signing he is looking to be. But that does it in the episode, guys. So as always, a big thank you for watching the video. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode of my new career mode, then please do leave a like. It's much appreciated. It really does help my channel out. But of course, you don't have to leave a like if you don't want to. And I'll see you for the next episode of my new career mode very soon.